23, Gloria Allred was a single mom, teaching in some of the toughest schools in the nation. She put herself through law school and rose to the top of the legal profession because she believes that everyone deserves the chance to be heard.
Where does the truth lie? Finding the truth helps us to find the solution. And I will tell it like it is, because that's who I am.
Honest, empowering, justice.
Some of you love me, some of you don't. But I will always speak the truth as I see it.
This is We the People with Gloria Allred. Gladys Mickelson is suing co-defendants Andrea and Oliver Haygood in the amount of $3,500 for emotional distress after she says they had her arrested under false pretenses.
Ms. Mickelson, why are you here in court today?
Your Honor, my crazy neighbors and their demonic children had me falsely arrested, and I feel they should pay for it.
Well, those are some fighting words for you, Ms. Haygood, Mr. Haygood.
I don't appreciate her calling my children demonic, Your Honor.
I'm sure you don't appreciate your children being called.
Well, that's what they are.
I'm going to start off by saying, for one, my kids are not demonic.
Yes, they are.
For two, it's not my fault that she take way too much high blood pressure pills for her own good.
I take medicine because of you guys.
And for three, she's suing us for $3,500. We don't owe her nothing.
I take medicine
Well, I'll
because of them.
determine whether
Has
or
problems
not
with everyone's
you owe
child.
her anything. Let me find out, Ms. Mickelson, why do you think the defendant should have to pay you any money?
Because of emotional distress, Your Honor.
All right, well, just give me the facts, and
She
I'll
is
decide if there is
emotional on her own,
emotional
Your Honor.
distress or not.
Your Honor, I have told my neighbors over and over to keep your children under control. Constantly.
We
They're
have
always in my
absolute control of our
backyard.
kids, Your
They're
Honor.
always in my backyard throwing balls, toys, whatever. I've asked the children, I've asked my neighbors to keep your children out of my yard.
Your Honor, these are kids. Kids are going to be kids. These are boys. They
Yes,
behave
yes,
just
but
like
they
your
need to
average
be
child.
Football.
But
All
they
right,
need to
all
be trained.
now.
Don't they need to be trained?
Hold it up. I want to find the facts. As they used to say on television, just the facts, ma'am, and nothing but the facts. What happened that caused you to come today?
Your Honor, they threw a ball in my yard.
Who's they?
Those demonic children of them.
All right, the
Our
children. And
children
stop
who are well-behaved.
referring to them as demonic children.
They
Just
ain't no demons.
the children threw a ball in your yard, and what
Yes,
happened
and
next?
I went to pick it up, and they asked me, can they have the ball back? And I said no. So they went to their parents. Then their parents came to my house, and they asked for the ball back, and I said no. I've told
given the
you
ball back, Your
over
Honor.
and over to keep your children out of my yard. They trampled my flowers. They broke my flower pots.
That's alleged, Your Honor.
Oh, them flower pots
they broke
been
my
broken
flower pots.
before we even moved in the neighborhood.
They broke
So I don't
my
even know what
flower
you're talking
pots.
about
There's 100
right
kids
there.
in the neighborhood,
They
Your Honor.
broke my
It
flower
shouldn't have to be
pots.
our
Wait a
children.
second, and Ms. Mickelson, are you here today because your flower pots were broken?
No,
Okay.
constant. They had me falsely arrested.
All
She
right,
had herself
so
arrested,
that's
Your Honor.
what you're here about?
Yes, and I had to take high blood pressure medicine.
That's her problem.
All
Your
right,
Honor.
well,
doctor-
let me find out from Mr. and Ms. Haygood.
Your Honor,
Did your children, in fact, throw a ball into the plaintiff's yard?
accidentally.
It
All right, accidentally, what
It
happened,
does
Mr.
happen,
Haygood?
but-
Okay. Now, Your Honor, I'm going to start off by saying that, the kids, they was playing in the backyard,
Yes,
and
they were.
plus, they all play football, you know what I'm saying? Even my oldest one is a linebacker. And keep in mind, this football was given to them, by an uncle of mine that died a year ago.
has
And
nothing
this
to
was
do
the last
with the
thing that
case.
was
It
given.
has
So
nothing
that
to do
football
with it.
was very special. So hold on now, you already
It
had
has
to...
nothing to do with the case. It has
Put the
nothing.
cuckoo back in the clock. Anyway, this ball was given, from my uncle to the kids. That was the last thing that was given to them,
It
for them to
accidentally went
go
into the
ahead and
yard,
follow
Your
their
Honor.
dreams. So then it was like, once the ball got over to this lady's backyard, next thing you know, the kids went over there.
They
just
did
that
go.
quietly, just to
Kids are
nicely ask
constantly
for the
over
ball.
there. They're constantly in my yard.
But they constantly
All right,
ask
Ms.
permission
Mickelson.
to get their
They
ball.
asked for permission to get the
Constantly.
ball back.
Ms. Mickelson, did their children, in fact, cause the ball to go into your yard?
Yes.
And did they come to your door and ask you to return the ball to them?
Yes,
Yes.
they did.
And what was your response?
No.
And
she's
why?
nasty to
Wait.
my children all the
why
time, Your
did
Honor.
you say
Big
no?
She
time.
just gave the ball back.
I'm not calling on you, Ms. Haygood, nor am I calling on you, Mr. Haygood. Ms. Mickelson,
Yes.
you refused to return the ball to the children.
Yes.
Why?
Because I wanted to teach them a lesson. I've
not
told
her
them
place
Wait,
to
and
teach
over.
them
what
a lesson
was
at
the
all, sir.
lesson you
Ma'am.
were
There ain't no
trying
lesson
to
to be
teach
taught.
them?
It's not your place
You
for
know,
that.
I really don't appreciate your talking while the court is talking. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
It
Yes.
indicates a complete lack of courtesy and a lack of respect for the court. And I can tell you, I'm not going to tolerate it. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You'll have your opportunity to respond to the plaintiff. This is not your time.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor,
What lesson were you intending to teach the children?
that they cannot continually throw things in my backyard and crawl over and get it. Your Honor, I have things in my backyard. If the children continue to get in my yard, they may get hurt. And then I'll be liable for that.
All right, so
I
that
don't want
was
them
the
in my
lesson
yard.
you were trying to
no,
teach
no.
them. Now, back to the Haygoods. Ms. Haygood,
Yes.
let me ask you. After the plaintiff refused to return the ball to your
Yes.
children, did you and your husband go over and
Yes,
try
we
to
did,
retrieve
Your
the
Honor.
ball from Ms. Mickelson?
She was nasty to us, too.
I
What did
was
she-
not.
She
What
has a
did she
nasty
say?
disposition all the time
Yes,
to everyone.
she was.
We went asking
That's not
for the
true,
ball
Your Honor.
very
That's not
High
true.
blood pressure
nicely, and she
pills.
came
Mr.
high
back.
blood pressure
Haygood.
pills. All right.
Coming up on We the People with Gloria Allred.
So you're saying they're responsible,
Yes, they
and
are.
if they hadn't
Well,
called the
yes.
police, you wouldn't be suffering the way you're
Yes,
suffering.
exactly. They've broken my flower pots. They ring my doorbell and they run.
It's not cute.
They came to my house one time dressed in all dirty, raggedy
was
clothes,
Halloween,
pretending
Your
to
Honor.
be homeless, begging for money.
It's Halloween.
Hello,
They
hello.
entrepreneurs.
I'm talking.
What you
I'm
expect?
talking. I'm not finished.
And later,
She did the same treatments on certain spots.
Rubbish.
And those are the spots I believe where I got the burns because it's not all over my face.
you're watching We the People with Gloria Allred. We're back with the case of Gladys Mickelson, who is suing co-defendants Oliver and Andrea Haygood for emotional distress.
You went over,
Yes.
you asked her for the ball, and
Yes.
did she say that she would give it to you?
No, she told us no. She was not going to give the ball back to any of us because she's tired of the balls going into her yard. And we tried to explain to her that this happens, but it's an accident.
No,
And
it's
at
not.
least our kids
All right,
are
so
asking
you
for the ball.
explained that she refused to return the ball. Mr. Haygood, what did you do next?
Well, I just told the police plain and simple that she wouldn't give us our ball back.
All right, that's
had
all
our
I
property.
need to know.
She
The
had our
next
kids'
thing that
property. She wouldn't give
happened
it back.
is the police came.
Your Honor, my
Yeah.
kids don't lie.
No, the police came to your door. What happened next?
First of all, I heard sirens going off and then someone banging on my door. So I opened the door and there was these two cops. And they said, well, your neighbors called us. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
And they said, well, they said that you have some of their property that you refused to return. I said, yeah, I have the ball. They said, do you going to give the ball back? And I said, no. And then the cops started interrogating me, acting like I was a child abuser. And then he said something, I said something, and next thing I knew, he had handcuffs on me. And they took me out. And in front of all the neighbors, the whole block, everybody could see I looked like a criminal.
That's
So
her
you
fault,
were
Your Honor?
humiliated, you're
That's
saying.
her fault.
Yes, and
All
not
right.
only that, the next day I went to the doctor and the doctor said, Miss Mickelson, what is going on in your life? Your blood pressure is really high. You have to go on medication. And as you can see, I have a proof here. I've never been on medication before.
All right,
It's because
now,
I live
is
next door to
this
these people.
evidence that you wish the court to receive?
Yes, the police report and
All
the
right,
doctor's
thank
note.
you very much. And have you shown this to the defendants?
Yes.
Have you seen this evidence?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
All right, thank
and
you.
it's a joke to me. It's ridiculous.
Okay. I'm receiving evidence. This is to whom it may concern. It's from the doctor. I'm writing to confirm that Gladys Mickelson is a patient of mine and that she now has high blood pressure. I prescribed her the appropriate medication to keep her blood pressure at a moderate level. Sincerely, Dr. Akbar. Court will receive this into evidence, as well as the police report, which is a police report on you, Ms. Mickelson.
Yes.
And it does say that the incident involves the following: failure to follow directions, disrupting police work, using disruptive language.
was not my
Court will receive this into evidence. So at this point, I will hear final arguments. You may begin, Ms. Mickelson.
Your Honor, I have told these people time and time again, please keep your children out of my yard. They don't listen. The children don't listen, nor do they listen. And because of that, as you can see, I've never been on medication before. Under all of this stress, being arrested, being humiliated, now I got to take medication because of those children and because of those people.
So you're saying they're responsible,
Yes, they
and
are.
if they hadn't called the
Yes.
police, you wouldn't be suffering the way
Yes,
you're suffering.
exactly. They've broken my flower pots. They ring my doorbell and they run.
It's not proven.
They came to my house one time dressed in all dirty, raggedy
was
clothes,
Halloween,
pretending
Your
to
Honor.
be homeless, begging for money.
It's Halloween.
Hello,
They
hello.
entrepreneurs.
I'm talking.
What you
I'm
expect?
talking. I'm not
Okay,
finished.
but it was
Not
Halloween.
only that, they put
They
some
were just
rocks
playing.
on the block and set up a toll. And as I'm driving down, I get there. I said, "What are you guys doing?" They said,
They
"Oh,
didn't just do
Mrs.
that to her,
Mickelson,
Your Honor.
Mrs. Mickelson, you
They
have to
did that to
pay
everyone.
to get through here. This is a toll."
They're
toll to
business-minded
get into your
entrepreneur
own home.
children.
To get to me,
They're
get to
very
my-
intelligent children.
I'm talking. You
Say
have
the
to pay.
truth,
You
then.
have to pay to get down to your house.
Do you have any final statement for the court? Not for her, but for the court, as to why you should not be found to be liable for her arrest and
has
for her having to take high blood pressure medication. Anything further, sir, before the court rules?
I mean, we don't owe her nothing. We don't
Nothing.
owe her no $3,500. We don't even owe her no 35
She needs
cents.
counseling.
So
That's what she needs, Your Honor.
a whole lot of counseling and a psychiatrist.
All that.
Whatever.
Thank you very much. The court is ready to rule. Plaintiff, I cannot find that they are liable for your false arrest. They had the legal right to call the police because you were